folks, here we are at Gold's Gym, the Mecca. I am just over 5 weeks out from the New York Pro, first show of the year. I'm gonna go on to the cow after that, and gonna figure out what to do after that. But hit some shoulders today. So far so good, prep's going well, minus a bunch of injuries, but luckily it's all lower body stuff and I don't have to kill my lower body, so I'm gonna get some shoulders and talk a little more about prep later. So a little bit of good news, literally on my way in here to the gym, the spinal surgeon that I've been dealing with that did my epidurals and stuff for my back just called me, and I gotta go in next week, and she is trying to get me into her clinical trial. She had mentioned it before and I hadn't heard anything, and her office just reached out, so fingers crossed, but she thinks I'm pretty much a shoo-in as a candidate for stem cell studies for my L4, L5, L5S1, and she really thinks that if everything goes well, I can be back to 100% pre-herniation and be able to do deadlifts and squat again. So fingers crossed, see how that goes next week. So I'm a little excited right now. Don't want to get my hopes up too high, but that'll be huge because I miss doing those type of things. I can't even do bent over work anymore, so I get so much pain. So let's hope it goes through. So it would be a Brad Rowe prep without injuries. Beginning of prep, when I fucked my back up, laid me up for a little bit, able to work around that. And then about 5 weeks ago, my left foot just started randomly hurting. Same foot that I broke and had the Liz Frank injury. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I don't even remember now. So walking on a treadmill, things like that have been a bitch. So I've been limited to just doing the stairs, cardio, which isn't the worst thing in the world. And then 3 weeks ago, doing legs, I tore my TFL in my right hip. So I'm gonna do any leg training, well, no pressing type stuff. Obviously that's making doing stairs kind of a bitch. So I'm either walk on a treadmill and fuck the foot up, or do the stairs and fuck the hip up. So my leg training's just been hamstrings, a little bit of glute work, and pushing through whatever I can. So always something, but again, at least it's lower body, and knock on wood, not something like pec or something like that I can't train my upper body that I severely lack in. So getting through, and conditioning's coming along and everything's coming along. So can't complain too much, getting done what needs to get done. Hopefully next week I can get some pressing in. I want to be able to at least get 4 good days of pressing in before the show to try to keep some volume in my legs. So I do feel like they are kind of shrinking down a little bit, but again, that's not the worst thing. Try to get my body and lower body to match a little bit. So that's what I've been dealing with on the injury front. Just make the best out of it when I can. Just ride the bitch till the wheels fall off, as they say. Most people try to back off their workload as they get close to a show. You know, they stop training clients, or they stop taking on online clients, or they tell their prep clients, hey, this is my peak week. Unless you're prepping for a show within the next 3 weeks, hold off on check-ins, but I'm all systems go all the time. The busier I stay, the better I am. You know, the less I think about things, and I'm just a routine kind of guy. So sitting around the house doesn't do any good for me. I get antsy. Even on days like Saturday was a day off, and I just really tried to focus on recovery. I was just so antsy. I couldn't even watch a movie, can't do anything. So I'm a go person, and you know, it might affect me maybe 1 or 2%, but I don't know. Some people just shut down mentally, and I've always one of those people that I do better the more I work. I finally bought in a little bit and reduced my volume of training. I used to be one of those people that trained for 2+ hours, 25, 30 true balls out working sets. And Matt was like, hey, just give me a shot. Let's just stick to like 2 balls out working sets and like 3, maybe 4 exercises per body part. So we reduced my volume a significant amount, and I think it worked. I really feel like I'm a rounder this year. I wasn't not dragging my dick in the dirt all the time, as he says, as far as just running myself down and just burning through calories incessantly. Other thing, I stopped doing shoulder presses. I did those front raises there, but that's more like a front delt and it hits a little bit of my upper pecs. But my triceps were killing me. Like tendonitis was really bad because I'd do, a balls out chest workout with heavy press movements, then a balls out shoulder movement with heavy shoulder press movements, and then balls out arm workout. So my triceps were taking a beating. So I stopped doing presses on shoulder day, and I feel like it's actually helped my shoulders, and my tendonitis in my elbows isn't as bad. So I'm able to get more out of my workouts throughout the week. So, all in all, I'm happy with what I bring. I'm a realist. This is the New York Pro, and the lineup's fucking stacked. And truly, I picked. People wonder why I picked the New York Pro, because I'm from New Hampshire, and people don't know White Plains, where the show's at, about a 3-hour drive from where I grew up. So my family and friends from back home are gonna go see me. And then I went to college in New York, in Poughkeepsie, which isn't far from White Plains, so some of my college friends are gonna come see me. So for me, this is really like a hometown show for me. I probably got like 30 people coming just to come root me on. So that's why I picked New York. I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to compete in front of my friends and family. And like my grandmother, who went to every single football, basketball, baseball game as a kid, she'll be able to see me for the first time compete in bodybuilding. So that's really my motivation to get to the show. And then the next week here is obviously the Cal, which is my hometown here now. I'm going to compete a bunch more times this year. I'm disappointed in myself that for the past 2 years I only did 1 or 2 shows. Coming up, I averaged 4.5 shows a year my first six years of competing. So I'm going to do a bunch of shows and just get back to building my name and being out there and doing what I love. So I'm going to hit a couple more after, and I might hit some shows later in the year. I see shows in Romania, shows in Rome. Kai's having a pro show in Rome on December 1st. It's my anniversary, December 2nd. So step on stage and then spend my anniversary in Rome. So, I want to take advantage of bodybuilding and travel like that. So I'm excited for this year. get after it. All right, so that wraps up a shoulder workout, a little over 5 weeks out from the New York Pro. Like I said, prep's going pretty good, minus some injuries, but there's always bumps in the road. Everybody deals with everything. Another big thing that we'll do another video on is we found another stray dog, and we just added a 4th animal to the Rowe pack, a 1-year-old German Shepherd named Helen. So I think one of our next YouTube videos, we'll just have you guys over and talk about how we got each one of our dogs, because we went from 1 dog to 4 dogs in less than 1 year, and 3 of them are all around 1 year old. But she's an absolute sweetheart, and we made the right choice. We saved her life. She was pretty beat up. So, on top of taking on another dog and staying busy with everything, it's just, it's life. Things get thrown at you. And we're blessed to be in a position where we can take in another animal and provide for it and not hurt ourselves financially. And so, we live a very fortunate life here, and we work our asses off, and it's gonna be a big year. I'm excited for some of the prospects of things I have to come, and more importantly, what Stephanie has up her sleeve. She's really coming to her own this year, so follow along with us, and we'll get some more YouTube content coming up for the New York Pro. We'll get one in another week or so, get you from the posing room, just kind of give you guys a sneak peek of what I actually look like. Follow me on Instagram, Brad B. Rowe, and Facebook for other updates. So thank you again, and we'll talk to you guys soon.